Welcome again, boys and girls. It's Friday, the weekend's here. I hope that you have some wonderful plans for the weekend, but we have a little bit of work to do before you get to play, so get your writing books and let's begin. Okay, so today we're actually going to be doing book number 18. It's called Hodja and the Robber, a Turkish tale. This is one of my favorite books, guys. Today's date, Friday, January the 8th, 2021. And our word work, we're going to be working on looking at U sounds. Okay? So you can pause me at this point to get this information written down. Let's go start. Okay, and then we'll begin. All right. Okay, so I'm going to be giving you some words, and all of these words make the oo sound. It's a U, but it's going to be making an oo sound. Okay, so get your pens ready. I'll get mine ready and get started. Okay, so the first one I'm going to write is the word glue. Glue. So gl, G-L-U-E. Okay. Now, I have 3 more words. I'm going to tell you to write them before I write them up here, okay, so that you can see if you spell them correctly. Next word, blue. After blue, clue. All going underneath. And then after clue, true. True. Okay, so here is blue, clue, and true. Easy? Did you get them all right? Okay. Next column, tune. Tune. Give you a second. Tune. U-N-E. Next, rude. Rude. R-U-D-E. Use. Use. I'll give you a second. U-S-E. And the last word, actually, I'm sorry, 2 more. Rule. Rule. Like, don't break the rule. R-U-L-E. And the last one in this column, huge. Huge. H-U-G-E. Okay. Now, for these next words, they're going to make a oo sound, but they're not going to have a U in them. Okay, so the first word is crew. Crew. So C-R-E-W. So this E-W makes a oo sound. Okay? Chew. Chew. Give you a second. C-H-E-W. New. This one's tricky. New. There's going to be a silent letter in here. Like, I knew that it was time to get ready for school. New. K-N. That K is silent. E-W. And the last word, blue. Blue. Like, he blew the house down. B-L-E-W. So for some of you, this word work might have been really easy. Like, why is Ms. Brown doing this? But for some of you, some of these spelling patterns might be a bit tricky. So for spelling and for reading, it's good to practice these different patterns to help you get better at both. Okay? All right. So if you need to pause me to get this written down, you can. If not, we're going to continue on. These are my lesson plan notes. Okay, so as I said, this is one of my favorite books. It's a funny book. It has a funny ending. Okay, it's very clever. All right, so it's a Turkish tale. So tales normally have, it's a genre of fiction. Tales normally have a message or a lesson that can be learned. All right, so as we're reading this book, I want you to think about this main character, Hodja, and some character traits. Miss Brown, what's a character trait? I don't know what that is. Okay, don't panic, relax. Character traits are words that describe how somebody acts, how they talk, how other people in the book feel about them and think about them based off what they do and what they say. Okay, so for example, I think I'm a pretty hardworking person. I get up really early. I have lots to do with my own children. I have lots to do with my family, with my students. So I think I'm a pretty hard worker. That's a trait that describes me. Think about yourself. If you had to think of a word that described you, what word would you think of? Are you intelligent? Are you helpful? Are you honest? And what are some behaviors that you do, say, or people can observe that will prove those character traits? Does that make sense? There are tons of character traits to choose from. I'm actually going to put a link to a list of character traits in the description box, but as I'm reading this book, and as you read the entire book, I want you to think about some words, some character traits that describe this main character, Hodja. Okay? Is he like a smart person? Is he not that bright? All right. Remember, at the bottom of your YouTube screen, there should be a little box that has CC. This is closed caption. If you click on that box, all the words that I speak will be nice and big on the page. So you can see the words, hear me, read yourself. It'll all help you become a better reader. Okay, so I'm going to read a bit of this with you, and then you're going to read the rest on your own. Let me get comfy. Here we go. Hodja and the Robber, a Turkish tale. Once there was a man named Hodja. Hodja means teacher, but this Hodja was not very smart. Hodja fed his donkey every day, but one day he got tired of that job. Nisa, he said to his wife, you feed the donkey from now on. It's got some nerve, huh? Why? She asked. I'm tired of doing it, Hodja said. Nisa put her hands on her hips. It's your job, she said. Well, I am not going to do it, Hodja said. Well, the donkey must eat, said Nisa. Then you must feed him, said Hodja. I'm telling you I won't, said Nisa. But you must, said Hodja. No, I won't, Nisa told him. Yes, no, yes. At last, Nisa said, I'm tired of this. Let's have a contest. Yes, said Hodja. Let's stop talking. Nisa nodded. If I talk first, I will feed the donkey, she said. But if you talk first, you must feed him. Hodja nodded once. He pressed his lips together. Nisa was happy that Hodja had stopped talking. She went into town. Hodja sat down in the corner. He really wanted to win that contest. He came up with a plan. I will not talk, he told himself. If I want to talk, I will think about meatballs. Big, spicy meatballs. He shut his eyes. He could see them in his mind. All right, so I want you to continue on because somebody entered his house. Who could this be? So I want you to continue reading the rest of Hodja and the Robber. So at this point, you can press pause and continue reading, and I'm going to give you a writing activity to do. All right, so you should have had enough time to finish reading it. Did you like the ending? Did you find it funny, silly, crazy? All right, so at the beginning, we talked about character traits, and I explained to you that based off of what characters say, what they do, how other characters feel about them, you can think of words to describe them. So not just nice or kind, but there are deeper, more meaningful words that can describe somebody's character. So this is what I want you to do. Writing. Do you think Hodja is wise? Why or why not? Use evidence. So evidence is a big word for proof. It means that you can prove something. Use evidence from the tale to support your response. So I want you to go back and think about this story, Hodja and the robber. And do you think, so wise means intelligent, wise means smart, a good decision maker. Do you think Hodja is wise? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I want you to find some evidence in the story, so some proof. So find some examples. If you think he is wise, find an example to tell me, what did he do that would make you think he is wise? If he's not that bright, not that smart, what did he do that will make you think that? Okay? So and all of this is going to go into your writing books. So that is the end of our lesson. It's Friday. I would love it if your parents can bring your writing book back to school. At some point on Friday, I'll probably send a message out because I want to have a look over the weekend just to see what you've been working on, to see how you've been making out, and to give you comments and feedback. Okay, so hopefully we'll be back in person in class soon. I know that you all might be tired of the Zoom, but if not, I'm looking forward to reading some more books with you and doing some more activities next week. So have a wonderful weekend. See you soon. Bye.